Dear learners and viewers, welcome to this teleconferencing session. This is a joint program of Indira Gandhi National Open University and Food Safety and Standard Authority of India. The today's topic of discussion is Ayurveda Aahara. As we all know that whenever we are eating food is a very important aspect in our life. And whenever we are already familiar with the Ayurveda and Ayurvedic medical treatment, whenever we are sick, whenever we are feeling illness, that time we will take the treatment, medical treatment, modern medical treatment. That time also we have heard about this Ayurvedic treatment also. And we know this is the ancient system of medical treatment or medicine in India, which this particular Ayurvedic system emphasizes on the Aahara, that means diet, and this diet as a key components for we can say health and wellness, and this is described by our Ayurvedic system of medicine. And this food views more than just sustenance. It plays important role for giving energy, maintenance of the health, and we can say maintenance of the body also. According to Ayurveda, each food has unique qualities, and that food influence our physical and mental well-being. It promotes the balanced, mindful approach to eating, where food is chosen based upon its taste, then we can say season, and the effects of that food on one's unique body type, or we can say dosha. So whenever we are eating food, we will choose according to the season, according to our body type. Sometimes we will say this food is not suited for particular person, this food is not suited for particular season also. So this all things are described in our ancient this Ayurvedic medical system. And even though how to take that food is also described in the this Ayurvedic system. And this goal of Ayurveda is not just to nourish the body, it is also support the digestion. Then after that we can say it also balance our body mechanism, it also provide energy by choosing the fresh, natural and seasonally appropriate food. This whatever the Ayurveda is there, Ayurveda encourages people to prevent from illness, and we can say it improves the vitality. Then similarly, understanding this Ayurvedic dietary principles that can help people to make better choices, stay healthy and lead a balanced life. The manufacturing and regulation of Ayurvedic food is a very important aspect, because this segment, particular Ayurvedic food segment, involves the huge scope for businesses, industries particularly, and we can say this is particular this Ayurvedic food or Ayurvedic Aahara is directly related to the common public, health of common public, health of individuals also. So it may impact the masses of the peoples. So the government of India, particularly FSSAI and Ministry of Ayush, come up with the regulation, that is Food Safety and Standard Ayurveda Aahara Regulation 2022. So to discuss on this important topic, the expert we have with us, Aruna Bhandil madam, that is from FSSAI. And before starting the program, I would like to introduce madam to our viewers. Madam is currently Deputy Director at FSSAI, New Delhi. And welcome madam, welcome to this program.
Thank you.
Firstly.
Thank you.
Then madam holds the MSc degree in biochemistry from B.R. Ambedkar University, Agra, and MBA in Operation Management from Sikkim Manipal University. She has more than 18 years of experience, particularly in the field of food testing, regulatory compliance and quality control. She has worked with the many private as well as government organization, that is we can say Eyebrow Labs, Vimta Lab, SGS India and Intertech Labs. So and madam serve as a assistant director technical in FSSAI from 2016 to 22, and Madam currently working as Deputy Director in FSSAI Science and Standard Division. That is particularly focusing on the area of whatever today's topic is there, Ayurveda Aahara, then new product approval, then claim approvals. Madam also has a lead and technical assessor for NABL, and also completed international training in food safety. Welcome, Madam. Welcome to this program.
Thank you.
And I would like to share that the Indira Gandhi School of Agriculture, Indira Gandhi National Open University, running the different courses in the area of food technology, food quality and food safety and quality management, agribusiness and agriculture related areas. That is at a master's level, that is Master of Business Administration in Agribusiness, Master of Science in Food Safety and Quality Management, Bachelor of Science in Food Safety and Quality Management, and Postgraduate Diploma in Agribusiness Management, then Postgraduate Diploma in Food Safety and Quality Management, PG Certificate in Agriculture Policy. Then after that, diplomas in different areas of food processing like dairy technology, meat technology, fish technology, even though in watershed management and horticulture also. And certificate programs are also in beekeeping, then we can say poultry farming, and awareness program are also there in the area of, we can say, dairy farming, awareness in dairy farming. So many programs, certificate level, diploma level, PG diploma level, bachelor levels and master levels, which contributes to generate the skilled manpower in the area of food safety, food processing and agriculture. And it also make people are competent in the particular skill related to the agriculture. So we will come to our topic, that is very important topic is there. But before going to start main discussion on that Ayurveda Aahara, we will take some information from Madam about what is Ayurveda, Madam. This is a basic, some important aspect before starting our main discussion.
Yes. So thank you, sir. So like Ayurveda, we can say it is a Sanskrit word. Sanskrit it means science of life. Like how we are dealing with day-to-day life, how we should maintain our health, our well-being, our mental status. So Ayurveda talks about the science of life, overall science. We can say like each person has certain life forces, we can call it doshas, and everything in this universe is connected to each other. So we should have the balance of these doshas, we should have these doshas in a correct uniform form. Further, we can say like every living and non-living, like this whole universe is the compact of the living and non-living things, and each living and non-living things, these are composed of 5 basic elements, which we normally call as, in Ayurveda, we call them Panch Mahabhutas. We have so many times we have heard about, like it is Prithvi, Jal, Agni, Vayu and Akash. These Panch Mahabhutas components, they are available in the food also, what we are getting, we are ingesting, and based on these Panch Mahabhuta, they work on our respective body tissues. These Panch Mahabhutas. So this is the base of the Ayurveda. This we call in Sanskrit.
So this Panch Mahabhutas are the base of this Ayurveda.
Yeah.
But whenever we are thinking about our body is responding to this Pancha Mahabhutas, and what are the principles behind this functioning of our body according to the Ayurveda?
Okay. Actually, as per the Ayurveda, there are 3 type of things. One is Tridosha, second is these Panch Mahabhuta, these Panch Tattva, and then Saptadhatu, for which our body is made up of. So first, I will talk about the Tridosha. Tridosha is like Vat, Pitta and Kapha, as available in our literature. Vat is like air, our respiratory system, our movements, what we are taking, what we are inhaling. So the whole Vat talks about in particular to our body, talks about our respiration. Then there is a Pitta, is like the digestive system, whatever food we are getting, we are taking, we are ingesting in our body, how it is being digested. So how our digestive system is working. Then there is a Kapha. Kapha related talks about our mind, our nervous system. So how these all three things, Vat, Pitta and Kapha, like our respiration, our digestive system and our mind, these three, balance of these three works for a healthy human being, for a healthy body, for a healthy mind. This about the Tridosha. Then the next is our body. Our body is made up of, as per Ayurveda, Saptadhatu, 7 type of tissues. So first one comes the ras, all the tissue fluids. Whenever I'm talking about the tissue fluids, it's except the blood, because the next element of the second tissue is the rakt. So other than blood, other body fluids are ras, then rakt, then mamsa. Mamsa is the muscles, whatever muscles we have in our body. Then there are meda, fat, all the connective tissues, fluids and all. Then asthi, our bones. Like without bone, we cannot have a typical structure of our body. Then majja, the bone marrow inside these things. And then the last one is the sukra. So these 7, sukra is the reproductive system, male and female. So because without this, we cannot, continuity, sustainability of life is not possible. So these are the 7 elements, 7 saptadhatu as per the Ayurveda. Ras, rakt, mamsa, meda, asthi, majja and sukra. These all 7 dhatu, they makes their coordination, their balance, their everything, it works about for the general well-being, general body and balancing of the mind. So
whatever food we are eating, we are talking about the food. Specifically, our topic is Ayurveda Aahara. So whenever we are discussing about this dosha and saptadhatu, three dosha means there are 3 types of doshas are there. Whenever we are talking about this one, we are taking this is a negative thing. Dosha means. And
right.
Sometimes whatever the food is there, that food may affect this doshas, or what is the concept of that ahara in Ayurveda? So this is the basic question.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So आहार जो आयुर्वेदा के 3 पिलर्स है, एज पर आयुर्वेदा आहार के 3 पिलर्स है, आहार, निद्रा एंड ब्रह्मचर्य. So आहार is again like one of the major component. आहार को it should be like in the well balanced. We can say it like
that means
स्वस्थ
all
आहार.
These 3 components comes together and we will call Aahara, Ayurveda.
Aahar, Ayurveda Aahar.
Yeah.
So there is a famous saying, Swasth Aahar, Swasth Vihar. Means if we are having the good healthy diets, then we'll have definitely our whole body, whole mindful eating, everything will be well balanced and well taken. Or we can say, Jaisa khaye ann, vaisa hoye man. So if you'll have healthy food habits, healthy food, healthy diets, your mind thoughts also will be the healthy and in the good directions. So that is like ahar. This is the first point, like ahar is the one of the 3 sub-pillar of the Ayurveda. Then further, ahar also gives us the power, that is the strength, then radiance, like how we will have our food accordingly, our appearance will be there, our texture will be there, and it gives us oj. In Ayurveda, oj means in general term we can call it immunity. Like how we'll have our food, it will also immunize. It will also increase our immunity power to fight with the upcoming so many diseases, day-to-day infections and all we come across while starting our day in the morning and then going to office, work, reading or whatever. Yes. So it gives us the ahar. If we'll take the good ahar, it will also increase our immunity. Further, Acharya Kashyap has also said ahar as a mahabheshajya. Mahabheshajya means is the best of all the medicine. If you want to avoid the medicine in future, if you want to don't use the medicine, if you are taking the good food, you don't need the medicines at all. This is as per the Acharya Kashyap. Further, ahar is also having in Ayurveda, it is mentioned as preventive and curative approach. Like it is the like 2 types of accordingly. If you take the good ahar, you can prevent the upcoming disease, and if you are having some disease, you can cure also with the good balance, good type of food, ahar.
Whenever we are discussing this Ayurveda Aahara specifically, sometimes we have heard about the term Patya foods. So what is that exactly?
Okay. In the Ayurveda, there are 2 types of food. actually, that is pathya and apathya. Pathya means the wholesome, the whole food. Normally, what we talk, if we go like besides the Ayurveda, we talk ki our food should consist of protein, fat, carbohydrate, minerals, vitamins. Everything should be there in our food. Accordingly, Acharya Charak, we all know, like so long Acharya Charak Sanhita. He is also known as father of Ayurvedic medicine. Also, he has given so many Ayurvedic medicinal literature and text and recipes all. So he has mentioned some diets for the completeness food for which we can take, which we can have daily for a healthy human body. So these include is like Shashtikala Shali. It is a variety of rice, red in color for the carbohydrate. Then we should include in fact wheat, like rice, wheat, and then for protein we should have mudga. Mudga, normally general term, it is called as moong dal, which is light to digest also. Then we should have rock salt. In Indian, normally we call it sendha namak. So for all the mineral components and all. Then we should have amla, vitamins and all, vitamin C. Antriksh jal, normal we call it as rainwater. Then ghrita, ghee for all the fat component to meet our body's requirement related to fat. Then madhu, honey, which shahad जैसे हम normally बोलते हैं, that is also gives very good nutritive values and a good antibiotic also in few cases. Then we should have sheer, generally termed as milk, and then we should have jangala masa. That also we have daily. It is the flesh of animals of arid habitat, जो रेगिस्तान and all like dried area में जो उनका fresh meat also can be included to meet a pathya diet. That is called pathya, a wholesome diet. So if we'll have a wholesome diet, it will help us in maintaining our healthy body, healthy human being. And opposed to this is apathya. If we are not making the balance of these all components in a daily, it may lead to the disease something.
In introductory part, I have mentioned that this whatever the Ayurveda Aahara is there, Ayurveda Aahara promote to choose the food according to the season also.
Definitely.
And you have mentioned this one pathya food, apatya food. After that, I am going to ask that question.
Okay.
So, madam, this is Ayurveda having any specific diet regime according to this seasonal variations?
Definitely. As per Ayurveda, Ayurveda has differentiated our whole year, Indian, like since January to December, or in Hindi math we can Chaitra to Fagun. All the 12 months has been divided into 6 seasons. So we call it as like Shishir and Autumn. Then from mid-Jan to mid-March, when it is a little bit like pleasant weather. In Hindi, it is Magh and Fagun months. So then we have Vasant, or we normally call it as spring, mid-March to mid-May, Chaitra and Baisakh as per the Hindi months. Then Grishma, summer season, mid-May to mid-July when there is a very hot temperature outside. Then Varsha, rainy season, mid-July to mid-September, Savan, Bhado as per Hindu calendar. Then Sharad Ritu from the mid-September to mid-November, Ashwin and Kartik Mas. And then Hemant, winter. Mid-November से mid-January. So as per Ayurveda, there are these 6 seasons which have been divided. But according to, if we relate the food as per this season, it has been categorized into 5. So Hemant and Shishir season में we can have the same type of food which gives us the warmth, good thing. So accordingly, I'll discuss about these also. Like for Shishir and Hemant, we can have the honey, we can have the milk, the food, sugarcane, oil, all seasonal vegetables also we can relate. Like this time also we are having very much availability of plenty of the availability for the cauliflower, carrots, garlic, ginger, cabbage, onion, dates, sugar, which gives us the warmth and all, and they complete our pathya food also. Then there comes the Vasant Ritu, spring, where we can have the buttermilk, chach, then milk, barley, spinach, wheat and rice we should take which has passed on some time, like old, jo last season ka hai, something like that. Then onion, we can include papaya, we can include turmeric, bottle gourd, radish, and of course, moong dal for our protein consumption. Then comes the Grishma Ritu in the summer, as the weather is very hot and humid. So we should have the food which gives us the coolness, which like maintains our body temperature. So to maintain that temperature also, we should drink plenty of water, plenty of fluids, juices, fruit juices, cold water, etc. We can have a stirred curd with pepper also, as per Ayurveda it is suggested. And at the sleep time, we can have milk with the sugar. Then the fourth season comes the Varsha Ritu, monsoon, where it is a highly comfortable environment for the microbial growth and all. So we should avoid that type of food during that Varsha Ritu. So curd and oil, all we should avoid, and we should transfer to soups and all. And we can have honey and all also, because they are negative for the microbial growth. So they can help for the body, for the immunity and all. So then the Sharad Ritu or autumn and fall, where we can again have wheat as a source of carbohydrate, green gram as a source of protein, sugar candies, honey, and we can have even the meats also from the dry land and aerated habitat, so that it should not be contaminated with microbial load and all, and it will be good for digestive system also as per the season. And of course we can add the ghee also, because for the meeting our daily fat requirement, we should include that ghee also in our diet.
So the Ayurveda classified the food according to the seasons also. We have to take that food to get better health, like that we can say. Right. So whenever we are discussing this one, Ayurvedic food, and that is important for health, important for, we can say, our maintenance of body, even though healthy lifestyle, that food is required. And even though we can say some diseases are also cured by the Ayurvedic food, and due to this one, there is a huge competition is there, and we can say so many issues are there that will be related to the quality, related to the supply, related to the distribution, manufacturing of this particular Ayurvedic Aahara. So it has to be regulated. Or is any system is there, this regulation of particularly food in India, Ayurvedic Aahar in India, any regulation, any body is there, as you are working in FSSAI? So can you throw some light on this particular concept or particular question?
Yeah, definitely. So for regulating the food in India, we have the FSSAI, that is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. It has been established by the Act, FSS Act, which we call, in 2006, and came into the force in 2011. So mandate of Food Safety and Standards Authority of India is to ensure safe and wholesome food. I'm talking about the safe and wholesome food for the human consumption, and FSSAI is also responsible for protecting and promoting the public health through regulation and supervision of the food safety. So for this act came into, and followed by this act, we have the regulations, 22 regulations for controlling, for regulating, for the safety and all, for all type of foods, starting from the cereals, pulses, fruits and juices, meats, fish, honey, milk and milk products. So there are specific types of regulation for any business operator, for any type of food product being marketed, being sold, being available for the public consumption. They has to comply with these regulations. Although before 2022 we were not having as such Ayurveda Aahar, which you asked about, we were not having the Ayurveda Aahar regulation in place. So with the thought, with the time, it came to the mind, like we are having so much ancient knowledge, so much knowledge in the text and all, which need to come up and which need to be definitely regulated also. Because we can take a simple example of the traffic. When there is a roads are on the traffic to move on, and people move, if there is no traffic police, if there is no traffic light, people won't follow, they won't follow the rule. So that is the question where it comes, that it was thought of, like, why, when every type of food is being regulated by the FSSAI, by the Food Safety Standards Authority of India, why not the Ayurveda Aahar also? although like this Ayurveda was actually being dealt by the Ayush, Ministry of Ayush, but they were dealing with the this medicinal and drug part. So as FSSAI being responsible for the food, Ministry of Ayush and FSSAI, they both come up and bought this regulation, which is called as Food Safety and Standards Ayurveda Aahar Regulation 2022. So with this, like Food Safety and Standard Authority, which was established for laying down science-based standards for articles of food to regulate their manufacturing, their storage, their distribution, their sale, import, and to ensure availability of safe and wholesome food for human consumption and for the matters connected herewith. So accordingly, FSSAI made the regulation for Ayurveda Aahar also.
So FSSAI is major apex body, we can say, that is regulating this Ayurveda Aahar also.
Definitely, sir. FSSAI is the whole sole responsible.
And suppose any food we are manufacturing, we are claiming that one as a Ayurvedic Aahar, that is also regulated by this FSSAI.
That is also,
whatever the food is there, means Ayurveda
every type
Aahar,
of food. Yes.
So this is very important one. Then again, you have said that FSSAI is a regulatory body, and what is role of this FSSAI in developing Ayurveda Aahara regulation?
Okay. So as because this whole Ayush and all is written down in our age-old principles in old textbooks, and it was available with the Ministry of Ayush. So Ministry of Ayush and FSSAI came up together. FSSAI gathered all the information from the Ministry of Ayush. We have taken their textbook, their recipes and all, and came up with a regulation which includes the basic concept of use of ingredients and methods of preparation which are enshrined in our ancient text.
Yes.
So accordingly, the regulation came up, and all the food besides this regulation as a food need to be regulated under the provision of FSS Act 2006.
So many inputs FSSAI has taken from the Ministry of Ayush, and they both developed this regulation. Particularly Food Safety and Standard Ayurveda Aahara Regulation 2022. So we have already come up with the basics of Ayurveda, then Ayurvedic Aahar, then what are the different food according to the Ayurveda, according to the season, and also we have discussed about the regulatory bodies and how this regulation is developed by the FSSAI and Ayush Aahar. We have already discussed. So again, so many points are there. Before discussing that points related to the regulation and Ayurveda Aahara, we will take a small break before this discussion. Thank you.
Indira Gandhi National Open University, accredited with A++ grade by NAC, provides you a quality education in open and distance learning. School of Performing and Visual Art is offering a wide range of programs in performing and visual art. Certificate program in painting, certificate program in applied art, certificate program in Bharatanatyam dance, certificate program in Hindustani music, Carnatic music and theatre arts.
बहुत यत्न करने के बाद भी नहीं पा सका,
संजोग से मैं इस बार लेके आया हूँ.
All the certificate programs are of 6 months duration with 16 credits. We offer 1-year diploma in theatre arts with 10+2 eligibility criteria of 32 credits. The learners are exposed to various aspects of elements of drama, theatre games, acting techniques, scene work procedures, and they will also have the opportunity to take part in a classroom play production. We also offer bachelor's degree in Hindustani music. This program is duration of 3 years, and learners are having the flexibility to complete this program over a period of 6 years. Apart from bachelor's, we also offer masters in drawing and painting with a duration of 2 years. Apart from certificate programs, degree, masters, we also offer PhD programs in performing and visual art with a specialization of visual arts, music, dance and theatre. Art is the perfect manifestation of every human being. So what you are waiting for? For online admissions, please visit our website www.ignou.ac.in. For more details, you can also contact Director, School of Performing and Visual Art, Block number 15G, IGNOU, Maidan Gadi, New Delhi. You can also reach us at sopva@ignou.ac.in. Happy learning!
आज आश्रम के चूहे पकड़े। तुम तो सचमुच राजा लगने लगे।
पता नहीं ये राजयोग कब तक रहेगा।
तो हमारी माया के लिए सुरक्षित है।
Dear learners and viewers, welcome back to this program, teleconferencing program on Ayurveda Aahara. We are discussing this topic with our expert, Madam Aruna Bhandil, Madam, from FSSAI. So we have already discussed the different aspects of Ayurveda Aahara, and we are at regulatory part of that one. And I want to ask this one, how the quality of Ayurveda Aahara is being maintained in India, madam? Because quality is very important aspect in the any food material, and Ayurveda Aahara is some medicinal properties and something related to health we are taking for the, we can say, curing and preventing diseases. In that cases, quality is very important one. So how the quality is being maintained in India?
Thank you, sir. So as we were discussing last, for maintaining the quality, for regulating all the type of Ayurveda Aahar in India, FSSAI came up with a regulation called Food Safety and Standards Ayurveda Aahar Regulation 2022. It came into the force on the 5th May 2022, of course, and it has 14 sections and 5 schedules. These 14 sections includes the definition, what are the general definitions, what we call it as Ayurveda Aahar, what is the food authority, what is the mandate and all. And then it has general requirement. It talks about the additives, which type of additives can be used, because when you are going to market and all, you need to have some additives for its extended shelf life and all. So there are certain permitted additives. Those additives can only be added to the Ayurveda Aahar preparations. Then there are the list of contaminants, which should not be there, or if there, they should be in until within the certain specified limit only, because beyond that, if they are found in the food, it will not comply to the Ayurveda Aahar regulation. So any food which is being prepared, manufactured or sold, it should comply to those contaminant requirement also, which are listed down in the schedule D of the regulation, Ayurveda Aahar regulation. Then there are certain packaging requirement as per again FSS packaging regulation 2018, how the food should be packed, what should be the pack size, what are the conditions should be maintained, sterility conditions and all for the healthiness and shelf life, and the good nutrient value, whatever has been introduced at the time of the packaging, should reach to the consumer as well. Then there are certain restrictions also for the manufacturing, will come into the next words. Then they cannot claim to prevent or to treat any diseases and all for the with the Ayurveda Aahar, because it will come under the Drug and Cosmetic Acts, and the food, whatever Ayurveda Aahar, it should not be double regulated, or it should not come under the purview of the DNC Act. Then in case if FBO wants to make any claim, then again there are certain conditions. There is FSS regulation for claim and advertisement also. There are certain conditions. There are approval process also for some allowed claims, and there are some prior approval required for certain claims. So the manufacturer or FPO has to abide with those that claim regulation also.
That means all this Ayurveda Aahara is regulated by this regulation.
By this regulation,
FSS
so
regulation,
everything, yes.
On Ayurveda Aahara
Ayurveda
2022.
Aahar. So that regulation itself has.
Yeah. So you have mentioned that one thing is there manufacturing of Ayurveda Aahara.
Yes.
And how does this manufacturing of Ayurveda Aahara is governed in India?
Okay.
So this is one.
So I'll come on that also. So the general manufacturing requirements are like they should meet the requirement of as specified in the Schedule B of this regulation, FSS regulation. Everything is pointed out in detail, which I was talking about previously, like 14 sections and 5 schedules. Then infants, like children's up to the age of 24, they cannot, any Ayurveda Aahar cannot be sell to those, cannot be prepared.
After 24
months only Ayurveda Aahar can be introduced. Then they shall manufacture as per Schedule 4 or FSS regulation. Schedule 4 talks about actually the hygiene and safety criteria, good manufacturing practices all. So they should comply those all things which are required for general food practices also, and in fact definitely for the Ayurveda Aahar preparation also. Then FBOs like these cannot add any additional vitamins like from artificial source or from any premixes, vitamins and minerals. They cannot add and they cannot claim for that also for the Ayurveda Aahar. Further, they can adopt other purity criteria also, as per the pharmacopoeia or BIS specification, although meeting to these prior purity criteria is the requirement at the time of whenever they are going for the licensing, because they need to get the FSSAI license also.
So this regulation also talks about what is exactly Ayurveda Aahara. What is that one?
Okay, so as per the FSS regulation, Ayurveda Aahar means a food prepared in accordance with the recipes or the ingredients or the processes as per method described in the authoritative books of Ayurveda. जो हमारी Ayurveda Aahar के authoritative books और आयुष में के पास जो है, including the products which have other botanical ingredient in accordance with concept of Ayurveda Aahar. So normal जो textbook में which is already written down, they can have that also, and they can have some replacement of botanicals, similar botanicals also. This regulation permits for adding of those botanicals also. However, it does not include the Ayurvedic drugs, the proprietary Ayurvedic medicines, medicinal products, any cosmetic or narcotic or psychotropic substances. So this regulation does not include this type of products which are listed in Drug and Cosmetic Acts and Schedule E.
Sometime in Ayurveda, whatever the text is there, in that text some products are mentioned, that one, this product is Ayurvedic food products. Sometimes what we will do, people will do, means industries and food business operator, they will take one ingredient and they will prepare the food. Can we say that food is Ayurvedic food, or any categories are established by the regulation? What are the different categories of Ayurveda Aahara that is mentioned in the regulation?
Okay. As per the regulation, there are 4 categories of the Ayurveda Aahar, are divided like it is A, B, B1 and B2. In the A category, they are, as per in the regulation, there are 71 authoritative books are mentioned. So any recipe which is exactly as per those books, whatever present in our literature, those come under the category A. For that, they don't need any approval process unless they are not claiming.
But they require registration.
They require registration and they can go for the license and they can claim it Ayurveda Aahar. If there is no change from the recipes which are listed in the authoritative Ayurveda text. Then there is category B. If majorly they are having the recipes same as in the text and 1 or the 2 botanicals they are changing or adding. In that case, they need to come up, they need to apply for the approval under the Ayurveda Aahar category B. Then there is a category B1 in case there are formats, Ayurveda Aahar, like it can be in the liquid form, it can be in the solid form, it can be some laddu form or something. So in the ancient book, if one format is written there and with the same ingredients and all, and they want to make it a different format, then they should apply under the category of B1 as per the Ayurveda Aahar regulation. Then there is a fourth category is B2. Whenever there is a food for specific medical purpose, a specific medical condition, some dietary, to meet the dietary requirement of a specific medical condition, then they should apply for the category B2. So accordingly, they need to choose for which category they need to apply, and there is a approval process.
So these are 4 different categories of Ayurvedic Aahara, which is mentioned in, you have mentioned that word, authoritative Ayurvedic books, Ayurveda books. So what are the books where we will get that one, or names of that book? Is that books are mentioned in the regulation, or any book is there we can take from that book like
those,
that?
All those 70 book list is available in the regulation and is available on the website of FSSAI as well.
From only that book,
yes,
whenever we are taking recipe, that will be considered as Ayurvedic Aahara.
Only from those 71 books.
Okay. Thank you, madam. Then whenever we are going to manufacture this food, and whenever we are submitting application for the approval, we can say for the registration to the FSSAI or any regulatory body, what are the requirements to submit that application for Ayurveda Aahara?
So to submit the application for the Ayurveda Aahar, as I have mentioned previously, there are 4 categories. So for the 4 categories, there are some certain specific requirements. Prior to that, there are some general requirements also, which need to be for in whatever category your FBO is getting apply. He should be need that prior information. That is the number 1 is the appropriate category. He should be they should be properly clear under which category
they have to mention that
category they need to mention. Then the name, what name they have taken, justification of the name, if there is any particular functional use to make body fluid and all, then intended use. Then they need to submit a certificate of analysis also, like which includes the physical parameters, like how is the appearance, their physical taste, and all, taste, odor and all. It should include all the chemical parameters, what is the protein content, carbohydrate, fat, minerals and all. Then
they have to submit the microbiological.
Definitely they have to submit the microbiological and other contaminants requirements also, which are all specified in our regulation. And this COA, certificate of analysis, should be from the NABL or ILEC certified laboratory only. That only will be the accepted, because it gives the authentication of an acceptance, universal acceptance, so that the whatever results have been submitted are from a competent lab.
Only after meeting all the criteria, then only the approval will get.
Yes,
right.
yes. So these are the basic requirement. Then the manufacturing process steps, whatever steps they are following for the manufacturing. Then proposed prototype label, how it will look, what the name, and also that authority can get an idea how the product will be looking like. Then their serving size, like it need to be taken as a spoon, a bowl, 100 gram, 50 gram. Then target population, like it is for infants, it is for adults, more than 50 or 18 to 50, whatever it should. Like in the application they should specify. And if there is any direction, they should have this like empty stomach before going to bed or something like so these are then if there is any disease reduction claim also, then they can specify that claim also in 3 different wordings, because authority may take a
after submitting application. There is any procedure at the FSSAI level or regulatory level? What is exactly how this product is approved for the Ayurveda Aahara?
Yeah, definitely. After going for the general requirement, they should also fill up some specific requirements for specific categories which are already mentioned in the regulation. So as you asked, sir, for the approval process, there is a secretariat which scrutinize the application. Whatever information has been given in the application, is it the correct, any document missing or something they have. So at the secretariat level, it has been scrutinized, and if there is any discrepancy, it will be communicated to the firm or to the FBOs for whatever are the missing, whatever are the lagging. They will be given a chance, of course, with a particular defined time period only. They have to reply within that. After once application is like complete in all aspects with respect to document and all, either at the primary level only or after scrutiny and to and fro communication with the FBO, it goes with the duly constituted expert committee, which have the experts from different field, including Ayurveda Aahar. They look forward for the like safety and efficacy data, scrutinize, discuss what are like, is it meeting the written down procedure and criteria and all. And accordingly, that committee approves or take any action, any decision like it need to be approved or further clarification or communication is required. And accordingly, if like it may accept, it may reject, or it may go for further clarification with the firm also.
Okay. Whenever we are seeing this one in a market, so many products are there, so many on that product, whatever the label are there, in that one they have mentioned this product cures this one disease, and so many claims are there. So for particular labeling, there is any provision or any requirements particularly related to the Ayurveda Aahara?
Yes. Of course, there are the requirements for the labeling as well. For making a claim for the product to as Ayurveda Aahar, there is a Ayurveda Aahar logo which is being displayed on the screen. So that should be on the label. Besides this logo Ayurveda Aahar, which is like clear picture which gives to the customer like this is Ayurveda Aahar, it should be in the front, and then an advisory only for the dietary uses, because it's Ayurvedic food. Yes. And it cannot be used as a substitute for varied diet. It should be stored out of the reach of the children and for oral consumption. So there are few labeling requirements which need to be comply with the regulation for making available any product in the market.
Sometimes previously one regulation is there, nutraceutical regulation, and later on that one is in the process, I think, converting special dietary purpose, food for special dietary purposes. That one and this Ayurveda is any difference in between?
Yes, of course there is a difference, because that nutraceutical regulation talks about the other general food which is not mentioned in the Ayurvedic text.
Okay.
Whatever mentioned in the Ayurvedic text only,
that is comes under Ayurveda Aahar.
So there is here a line of differentiation comes.
So whenever we are talking about Ayurveda Aahara, so many companies are coming up. So and this particular Ayurveda Aahara is having a huge potential for the new startup, or we can say for the already existing industries. They will come up with this particularly in the sector of Ayurveda Aahara. So what is the potential age of doing business by introducing this particularly Ayurveda Aahara in FMCG, whatever the category is there?
So for ease of doing business, FSSAI coming with the online portal for these what process we have just discussed now. FSSAI being developed and into the final stage of the launch. There will be the online portal where FBO can directly log in. If they are already licensed, they can log in with their licensing number and FBO login ID. If not, they can directly register and log in and fill up all the information, and it will directly, after submission of due fees and all formality, it will come directly reach to us. So it will shorten up the delay in processing the application, in reaching and all. And as everything will be on the time down also, it will be time bound activities, like within after receiving of the application, within certain time it need to be scrutinized, preliminary clarification if any is there, need to reach to the FBO, and then FBO is also bound to revert within the certain time. So it will that communication gap and all, it will decline those gaps, it will decrease those gaps, and it will ease. And once the application in all respect is completed, it will go for the expert committee for the decision. And as soon as, so we can bar to and fro coming and meeting,
Yes.
and then communication, what is the status and all. So everything will be online, and sitting in their office, they can see the status of their application at what stage it is.
Whenever we are talking about the food items or any food products, that time we will say particularly safety, hygiene, this kind of word we will say. We have to maintain that safety, we have to maintain that hygiene during preparation, during distribution, during storage. Just I would like to ask, this is also important thing whenever we are talking Ayurvedic foods. So in that particularly in Ayurvedic food also, this hygiene and food safety criteria are there. What are that food hygiene and food safety criteria for the Ayurvedic Aahara?
So for Ayurvedic Aahar also, there is a Schedule 4 requirement in FSS regulation already available.
Okay.
So these Ayurveda Aahar manufacturers also need to comply with those requirements. They talks about all the hazard practices, hazard analysis, critical control points, good manufacturing practices, hygiene practices, how like entry of the raw manufacturing should be there, how that area should be there, which type of water they should use, what type of persons who are working, what type of their vaccination stage and all, their safety requirements. While they are preparing the food, they are making manufacturing, which type of protective equipments to avoid this contamination and all they should avoid, which they need to follow good practices, so that the food which is getting prepared, the ahar which is getting prepared and being coming to the table for eating, it should maintain that hygiene and safety criteria, the temperature requirement, at which temperature, which type of food, because these all environmental factors and human factors directly affect the quality and safety of the food products. So those all requirements are listed in very details in our Schedule 4 of FSS regulation. In addition to that, there are auditing agencies also for validating this key, either they are following these criteria or not.
So in whenever we are seeing this regulation, particularly food safety and standard regulation of Ayurveda Aahara, in that one particular two tables are there related to what are the books, authoritative books related to the Ayurveda Aahara, and another one table is there that is related to the food additives.
Yes.
So that food additives is mentioned in that text of Ayurveda Aahara?
No, actually that is the reason, because those additives are not listed in their books, and those additives are actually like up to certain level they are allowed.
Yeah.
And besides those list of additives, there are a number of additives available in the market to regulate those unauthorized use or of those additives which are harmful for the human body, which need not to be used. FSSAI has listed down some up to certain level which can be safely used in the preparation of Ayurveda Aahar. So accordingly, FSSAI has mentioned those additives in the regulation. Those can be used.
Yeah. So this already this Ayurveda Aahara defined means regulation defined the what is Ayurveda Aahara. You have mentioned that one, same recipe, same ingredient, and then after that we have taken same process of preparation. So suppose someone has done modification in the processes for the preparation of Ayurveda Aahara, can regulation consider that particular product as Ayurveda Aahara, or what is procedure for approval that one, or we have to take the approval from FSSAI in that case?
Definitely. So first that FBO has to like self-analyze if he has changed any botanical in the original preparation, or he has modified the format, like from liquid, solid or something else, he has changed the format, or he is claiming for some special dietary uses, special medical purposes. So as we have discussed earlier,
I am asking about process of preparation. Like sometimes what we will do, we will take extract of some food ingredient, botanicals, and that time sometime we will boil that one. Sometime we will use the solvent. So in that case, whatever the text are there, in that text it is mentioned that we have to extract according to this method, boiling method, and sometime we have manufacturer have used some another method for extraction. That time particular food product considered as Ayurvedic Aahara or not? Or we have to take approval from
for
FSSAI?
any variation from
Yes.
the written down process, they have to come for the approval. That
Okay.
process need to be verified and validated.
Yes.
If it can be considered as Ayurveda or not by the
Okay.
duly constituted expert committee.
In only in that case there is no variation. In that case only there is no requirement of approval.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing very important insight about this Ayurveda Aahara. As we know, Ayurveda Aahara is very important one. In India, we are following this one, and this Ayurveda Aahara in our homes, in every Indian's homes, we are following Ayurveda Aahara. In some cases also, in some we can say that is amount is less, but that is we are following in our homes. And FSSAI and Ministry of Ayush come up with this good idea of this regulation, and they are regulating this particularly food, Ayurvedic food in India through this Food Safety and Standard Ayurveda Aahara Regulation 2022. And so many concepts we have discussed about, even though we have discussed about the business potential of particularly Ayurveda Aahara and what action or steps taken by the FSSAI in particularly in relation to the Ayurveda Aahara business. And I would like to share again related to our Indira Gandhi National Open University, that is School of Agriculture is running or offering the programs in the area of agriculture, food safety, food quality, food processing at different levels, like we can say certificate level, then awareness program, then after that we can say diploma programs in dairy technology, fish technology, then after watershed management, and diploma in horticulture also. Then after that diploma in agribusiness, postgraduate diploma in agribusiness management, then PG certificate in agriculture policy. Then after that bachelor's degree in food safety and quality management. Then after that master's postgraduate diploma in food safety and quality management. Then masters of science in food safety and quality management. Then we can say particularly in case of agriculture business management is there, MBA in agribusiness management. So all these programs are running particularly in relation to this food safety, food quality, agriculture. This kind of program is offered by School of Agriculture, and you can visit our website, that is IGNOU, www.ignou.ac.in. For more detail, you can get all the details related to the program eligibility, admission procedures, and you can enroll in two different cycles, that is July cycle and January cycle. This admission will be in 2 cycles of the academic years. So you can enroll yourself for the different programs, suitable programs. So this is all about the Ayurveda Aahara. We have discussed that one. Madam came from the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India, which is one of the apex body related to this particular, we can say, food safety standards regulation. This body regulate food during manufacturing, during storage, during distribution, at all the aspects of we can say all the stages of food manufacturing and distribution. Farm to fork, yes, madam. So this is all about this FSSAI, and this whatever we have discussed today, this is a part of that FSSAI regulation Ayurveda Aahara 2022. Thank you, madam. Thank you for sharing very important insight on this particular Ayurveda Aahara. So we will stop here. Thank you, viewers, and thank you, learners.
Are you interested in television journalism or radio journalism or online journalism? Or do you want to learn with the flexibility of open learning? Or